Las Vegas in the Sin City Baggers Showdown, stop number 7 and 8 of the Drag Specialties Battle of the Baggers presented by Memphis Shades. The action is intense, the paddock is full, the competition is ready to find out who is going to wrap up the championship in all 4 of our exciting classes this afternoon. We've got the Pirelli Pro Stock, we've got the Andrews Bagger GP, the Barnett Super Street, that's right, the DP Liquid Twins and the Zipper Air Cooled, all set and ready to go as we are prepared to crown champions here in Sin City, Las Vegas. Folks, let's get right into the action. The Sin City Bagger Showdown, in conjunction with the Apex Assassins, Lifestyle Cycles, and the Drag Specialties Battle of the Baggers, presented by Memphis Shades. All race coverage is brought to you by our good friends Bill Baumberger at Newcastle Harley-Davidson. At Newcastle Harley-Davidson, their motto is Let's Ride. Well, let's take a moment, go to the Bridgestone track preview. Las Vegas Motor Speedway, a gorgeous afternoon, blue skies, temperatures in the high 80s, low 90s. This track can be run in either direction, either counterclockwise or clockwise. Today it's counterclockwise. A lot of these left-handers certainly have jumped up and bit a number of these riders in the qualifying and practice sessions. We'll see how this track plays out as we get ready to go race action in stop number 7 of the Drag Specialties Battle of the Baggers, presented by Memphis Shades. Well, the riders are on the grid, and you know that right now there's going to be a lot of adrenaline go in. The starter gets ready to call all racers to go. The green flag waves, and we're off. As always, everybody trying to do their best to grab onto that whole shot, and it looks like Vincent Wilson, Pan American. There goes Joey 55 from the Senders Only crew. Mike Metzger makes an appearance on the outside, and the Godfather of Motocross is on the FDR XR 1200. He slides a little bit to the left and opens it up. Frank Sinderman joined the race this weekend, but he is coming immediately displaced by Vincent Wilson on the Barnett Pan American. The guys from Alloy Art crafted that motorcycle at the very first BRL race where we introduced the Pan American. It was the Alloy Art crew that bought it. Sinderman, KTM mounted. He's in a class all of his own today. That motorcycle doesn't quite fall into the air-cooled or the DP Brakes Liquid Twins class, but we let Frank come out there because if you come to a BRL event, we want to make sure that everybody has an opportunity. Back on board the Wild Boar camera, and this gives you a real crazy look at what these riders encounter lap after lap. Vincent Wilson, Sinderman. You can start to see some of the Pan Americans starting to shape up behind it. Charlie Condit in that mix back there. We look back a little farther and see that Vincent Wilson is really starting to break away from this pack right now. Moves out into the lead as we go back on board. Wilson down the back straight at Las Vegas Speedway. The livery, the white and red. Barnett and the Alloy Art crew have done a great job getting that back together. Vincent Wilson once again. You can see the pack's trying to hold on to that back tail section of that machine. But Vincent Wilson, he comes out of Canada. He partnered up with the Alloy Art crew earlier in the year, and injury sidelined him, but he is back in that full strength, and you can see that he certainly has a very comfortable pace out front on that Pan American. Navigating this track, he has to work the insides, the outsides, and so far every step has been perfect. You can see he's already has quite a breakaway as he streaks by the easy ups with all the vendors and fans tucked underneath. And as the bikes start to make their way down the front straight here, you can see that the gap has opened up, and these riders are going to have to find a way to claw back in to a podium hunt here. Riders like Charles Condit, Joey Robinson, Mike Metzger, the Godfather, Chase French, Jake McGuire, all out there. Arnie Wells has joined the fray back again, and it looks like the number 55 of Joey Robinson have hooked up out there. Robinson leaves the door open, and that is Arnie Wells that makes the pass. Arnie does a lot of double duties. He's riding for FDR this weekend on the Baggers, taking Tony Salima's seat as Tony had a previous engagement he couldn't get out of. And as we climb back on board, you see that it's slick tires and these oversized G brakes that get these machines slowed down, along with DP Brakes, and DP Brakes is the title sponsor of the Liquid Twins class, which is really starting to grow with the BRL. Vincent Wilson continues to shine out front. You see Arnie Wells come into play, Joey Robinson, tucked in behind him, Charlie Condit, who had a great start in this race, is going to continue to work. He rides the number 316 machine. Wilson continues to pull away from the pack here. And here comes a brand new rider. This is Chase French, and it's great to have him in this battle. He's been riding incredibly well. And good to have some new riders come out and join us. Looks like Mike Metzger has latched onto the back of Chase French, and one more time down the front straight. These machines fly as the spectators along the track, probably getting their hair moved around a little bit by the hole they're punching in the air. Again, BRL out here in Las Vegas. A big shout out to the gang from Lifestyle Cycles, the Apex Assassins, who did a great job of including this in this program, and we look forward to working with them again in 26. The godfather of freestyle, Mike Metzger's out there. He has the high-vis leather. That's Arnie Wells right there. Now, Arnie Wells, as I mentioned, had won a title in the Pirelli Pro Stock class a couple of years ago. Back on a bagger today, but loves riding these lightweight bikes, flickable. He can throw them around, and obviously he has an opportunity to figure out some race lines. Back to Vincent Wilson. Left-handers, right-handers, all of these effortlessly being taken by him. Dips the bike in, very focused, not disturbed by anything right now, as the number 48 machine is out front. Now we see what's going. Metzger's off the track. Mike Metzger drops the wheels on that FDR XR1200 off the side of the track. What does Metz do? Grabs a handful. What else would you expect from the godfather of freestyle? Comes back in behind Chase French. Chase French doesn't even know what's going on behind him as he's laser focused at the front. And Metz downshifts a little bit, gets that machine back on pipe, and he is back in action. Vincent Wilson continues to impress. The Canadian out front, Robbie Lane and Justin and the rest of the crew from Alloy Yard put in a lot of work to get this bike ready to go. Word is they will be fielding 2 bikes next year. 135 of Douglas Dara, father-son out there, the Daras. They travel with David Lancaster across the country. FDR gives them a lot of support as well. Great to see a father-son duo, and oftentimes the dad this year has been able to come out on the higher step on the podium, and the son, I know he wants a little bit of that. Jim Teets, he's put together a Dyna out there, and he has Gary Thompson piloting that machine. Jim's one of those personalities on the internet that's always getting people fired up, and it was good to have him come out and join us here in Las Vegas. Vincent Wilson once again, and now we see that Metzger. That's Mike Metzger, the godfather of freestyle. He's made the move, and he's been able to get around Chase French right now. If I know Chase French, though, he's not done with this battle. He's going to try to study, do a little bit of homework, and find out if there's not a opportunity for him to get back up into the action. One more time down the front straight, the 48 of Vincent Wilson. Here comes the KTM of Frank Sinderman. Again, Frank in a class all by himself today in that fully fared KTM. Arnie Wells in behind him. He's on a KTM. And if you're familiar with the dreadlocks, the 2-time champion, the number 718, Jake McGuire, out on the surface. Back on Chase French, and Chase French and Metzger had linked up in a battle. We're going to see how that one plays out. Vincent Wilson continues to impress and lead this, as he has pretty much from the green flag. There goes Mike Metzger one more time, and Metzger looks very comfortable out there. Got back in the racing after a bit of a hiatus, doing some vet racing, and Chase French, as I mentioned, has closed the gap on Metzger. Chase French on a Softail ST. You could go into any dealership across the country, pick one of these up, whether you're at Youngstown Harley-Davidson, Newcastle Harley-Davidson, Suburban, they have one of those on the floor. Gary Thompson, one more time, on the My Garage Ventura Dyna. If you know Jim Teets, you know he's a real personality. And when he put together the bike, you could see the powder coat, the orange, all the wrapping of it to really give it an exciting look right there. And anytime those guys show up, they bring a lot of excitement. Arnie Wells continues to pressure, and he's caught back up to one of the traditional sport bikes out there. Shows you just how quick these machines are. How about David Lancaster? Came into this weekend, knew he had to ride a good race, just finished, and he's going to go home with the championship. Chase French has closed up on the Godfather, Mike Metzger. David Lancaster, one more time, that front number plate will adorn with a number 1 if he's able to finish this race under power. That looks like Alex Dara, 625, as he has the left hand up. And Metzger and Chase French. Here's the battle we thought was going to shape up. Metzger had gone off the track earlier, gathered it back up, came back after Chase French and was able to make the pass. French now comes back after Metzger. Metzger drops a gear. Chase French on the softtail going against the XR 1200, the FDR crew against the fence. Metzger, you can see that he is unaffected by any pressure coming up behind him. A seasoned motocross and freestyle legend. One of the first guys to ever do a backflip. Here comes Arnie Wells now. He's after that sport bike. He's going to show what one of these naked machines can do against a highly trained sport bike rider. As they streak down the front straight one more time. David Lancaster again continues to ride his own race. He wants that number 1 plate on the front of the bike. He's traveled with us to every round this year, putting in the hard work and doing the due diligence. Here comes Metzger and Chase French. Joey Robinson right now, dressed in red, tucked in. Very first road race ever. Hasn't even done very many track days. Came off of the freestyle thing, and look at Charlie Condit right now, number 316. Charlie had got off to a great start. Now he finds himself closing up on Joey Robbins. Metzger one more time on the XR 1200, the FDR crew, and now you can see the big power coming out of that soft tail, and it looks like he's made the pass on Metzger. We're gonna have to see if Metzger can retaliate. Vincent Wilson, 48, still out front. Nobody in his purview right now. And Joey Robinson and Charlie Condit right now, the 316 and the 55. Love that these guys aren't really looking around. They're not completely thrown off by the pressure behind them. They're focused on the right racing line in front of them. There's the dreadlocks hanging out the back. Two-time champion right now in that class. And it's always a good time to see Jake McGuire out there. Joey Robinson and Charlie Condit one more time. Charlie, number 316. Good to have him back in the BRL. He was there in the very beginning stages, and he's rejoined us out here in Vegas. Senders only. If you've heard that name, whether it's on the internet or social media, it's a large group of highly trained riders that are down there. Joey's one of them, obviously. Brendan Foley and the rest of the guy. Here's Chase French and Metzger. Metzger goes to the inside, but does he get that machine stopped? And it looks like we're going to have to wait to see. There goes the 135 of Dara. The number 31 machine, once again, of Gary Thompson. Down that front straight, full tuck. Here comes Joey Robinson, 55, and a 316, Charlie Condit. Condit got out here early this weekend. He wanted to be part of the whole entire production. We're going to have double header racing, obviously a big award ceremony. Looking forward to seeing all these riders in their best dressed as we head there. And Joey Robinson, Joey 55 on the internet. If you want to give him a follow, as well as the BRL on all of our social media pages. We want to grow along with you guys, and Condit trying to get back into that tuck. Here's Metzger. Now, Metzger and Chase French have been going at it all race long. Metzger had thought he was going to ride a bagger. They found him an XR 1200 to race for this event. Said, you know what, I'm Mike Metzger. I want to get out there and mix it up in battle. And not only is he mixing it up in battling, he's going for the lead in the air-cooled class. The Zippers air-cooled class is very unique. Anything air-cooled, American-made. So you have your Softails, FXRs, Dynas, all those bikes. Now, obviously, the baggers have their own class. There's Metzger once again, and it looks like he may have opened up a little bit of breathing room right now. So we'll keep our eye on how this one shapes up. Metzger on that number 75 machine. Here we go. That is Jake McGuire one more time. And McGuire going for his second championship in the Zippers air-cooled class. You see Cinderman right now. Cinderman is putting on some inside-outside moves, and some of these riders are just trying to follow that quick left-right through there. There goes Vincent Wilson, and I bet the guys in Nebraska are going crazy right now. White flag is out. They come by that front straight. Joey Robinson, Joey 55 on the Pan American, the senders only. Partnering up with the gang from All Balls for 2026, and you're going to hear a lot more about that in the 2026 season. Robinson comes down, soon to be a new father, so he's going to be a proud young man here, especially if he's able to share one of his first road racing experiences with the family. One more time, Las Vegas Speedway. The white flag lets him know one more circuit remains. On the brakes, on those DP brakes, if you will, backing that machine in. Pan Americans seem to really truly be the machine of choice. You take the big enduro tank off that comes on them, and you put a much smaller Sportster S tank, get rid of the bodywork, and you have a very, very potent machine out there, pushing 150 horsepower. There's a Dyna in action right now. And again, the 31 of Gary Thompson. Solid all afternoon long. The Captain America leather certainly gets everybody pumped up here. Jake McGuire. Jake comes out of Bowling Green, Kentucky, and that Harley dealer down there has been supporting these guys the last couple of years. Him and Phil Doty travel the country together. And there's the 48, Vincent Wilson, checking over his shoulder to make sure that he has some clean air behind him. And he makes his way down the straight. There is the checkered flag for Vincent Wilson on the Barnett Alloy Arc Pan American, taking the win in the DP Brakes Liquid Twin Class. A quick fist pump to the crowd. And the rest of the riders stream their way through the top three. Vincent Wilson, Frank Cinderman, Arnie Wells coming through. And here's how they finished. It was the 48 of Vincent Wilson, the 195 of Arnie Wells, number 74, Frank Cinderman, 316, Charlie Condit, Joey Robinson, number 55, the Godfather and the winner of the air-cooled class, Mike Metzger, number 75, Chase French, welcome to the BRL, Jake McGuire, 718, Douglas Dara on the FDR machine, number 135, Gary Thompson, number 31, David Lancaster, who will be our champion in the Liquid Twins, and Alex Dara, 625, rounds out the field. And that'll wrap up race number 1 from Las Vegas here as we get ready to take a commercial break. When we come back, the action will continue at the Sin City Bagger Showdown. This is the Drag Specialties Battle of the Baggers presented by Memphis Shades.
Make your mark with Memphis Shades, designed by riders, for riders, and handcrafted in the heart of Tennessee. From raw materials to the open road, our windshields and fairings deliver the quality, protection, and comfort every rider deserves. Whether it's cross-country or weekend rides, Memphis Shades lets you ride longer, look better, and enjoy every mile. Visit memphisshades.com/BRL to check out our full lineup and upgrade your ride today. Memphis Shades, style that works.
Welcome to Hog Halters. We're here in Dahlonega, Georgia, manufacturer of American V-Twin performance motorcycle parts. Been in business 25 years, got a 25,000 square foot facility. We pride ourselves in design and manufacture right here, made in USA. We're your one-stop shop for customization and performance builds. You can find us on the web, www.hoghalters.com. Lots of our parts are distributed by Drag Specialties and dealers nationwide, and we're distributed worldwide. Hog Halters, we're proud to be a partner with the Bagger Racing League.
Hey, it's Cody Gilmore. In 2024, Vega Racing League Pro Stock champion. So I want to thank Ultra Cool for keeping our bikes cool and running awesome all year.
Drag Specialties Battle of the Baggers, brought to you by Drag Specialties, Memphis Shades, and Rocks Speed. Drag Specialties Battle of the Baggers, brought to you by Newcastle Harley-Davidson. Let's ride. Hey folks, we'd like to welcome all of our broadcast partners. Subscribe to the Bagger Racing League, Racer TV, and our newest outlet, Kaplan America YouTube. Check out all the action on these 3 great outlets. Well, as it's a tradition, let's all head down to the ultra cool grid walk as we meet the riders in the BRL. Drag Specialties Battle of the Bagger. We're here on our famous fan walk down here on Hot Pit down here. Drew Jenkard sitting in a very, very strong position here. Tell us a little bit about how this is going to play out.
I don't know. It's tight going into turn 1 for sure. So we the start is critical to make sure we get off the line well and get bottleneck down in there. But as long as we can filter in and everybody gets through there safe and sound, I think that we'll have a good race. But critical thing is getting through turn 1, make sure everybody gets through there clean, and after that, it's game on.
Well, best of luck to you, my friend. I know that as we get ready to wrap up the season, you'd like to chalk up a couple of victories.
Absolutely. I mean, we're trying to win every chance we get, but it's a struggle. I mean, these guys are fast, and they got their bikes set up really well, and it's no cakewalk out here. So we're going to give it our best shot, but nothing's given easy at BRL.
Well, here we are, folks. Alloy Art getting ready to take it to them here at the opening of our first bagger race of the weekend. Let's slide on over here and talk to the points leader in this division, Cody Gilmore. Cody rides for the Suburban Sly Fox team, and points lead, now you're in kind of like management, I guess, huh?
Yeah. It's luckily I've had a good year, and other than the first round where we had a couple mistakes and I went down, I've been able to win every race that we've been in the rest of the year. So I was able to get a good points lead and pretty much able to just get out here, and as long as I'm racing and finish a race, I should win the championship. But we're out here to do some winning and battle with the teammate Jake and the Alloy Art bike over here. So I know these guys are going to give me a run for the money, and we're going to show the fans a good race out here. But if I can get a good start and get out and rip some good laps, it'll be a good time.
Cody Gilmore looking to bring home a win. As we slide back to the row number 2, we find an Australian that's going to be riding out here. He too on the Suburban Harley-Davidson. Jake Masters down here. Jake, you brought Snowball, the umbrella boy.
This is my mate. He's been fixing my bike for the last 2 years now. I'm glad to have him on the race team.
Come all the way over from Australia just to race baggers, ride some dirt bike, do some freestyle. My friend, you do it all.
Yeah, that's it. I try to keep it very broad, and I like to have fun on 2 wheels, and this is definitely one of the funnest you can do.
Well, we want to wish you best of luck. I know you have a championship in your sights here. By the end of the day, we're going to try to replace that number 9 with the number 1.
Sounds good to me. That's what I'm chasing.
Jake Masters here on the Suburban Sly Fox Road Glide. Let's slide back one more row here. As we get up over into this, Brandon Foley will join us here up front. So Brandon Foley, he too is the 3rd member of the Suburban Sly Fox team, currently the points leader and gang, undefeated in 2025. I know you'd like to go out on a winning note, but the championship, that's truly the big picture.
Yes, sir. Yeah, we got a couple hitters in our class today. This is the final round. We got 2 races today. This is race 1, so we're going to go out there and try and hold our composure and keep it up front.
Well, we want to wish you the best of luck. Have a strong ride out there, and hopefully we see you on the podium.
Thank you, Rob.
Brandon Foley getting ready to go. Let's slide a row back here. Folks, this is the Marlboro man right here. I'm sorry, this is Jake McGuire. Got you an umbrella girl. Nice job.
Yeah, I'm moving up in the world.
Won the title in the air-cooled class, moved up to the bagger this year, and you have been a factor just about every round.
Yeah, unfortunately, I can't keep up with Foley here. He's just too damn fast, but it's been a blast every race.
Well, we want to wish you the best of luck. Any shout-outs for the sponsors?
Yeah, Death Metal Racing's been a huge help. Advan Black, Legend Suspension, Harley-Davidson Bowling Green. There's just so many.
Well, best of luck to you. We hope to see you on the podium.
Thank you, sir.
Jake McGuire. We'll slide on over here. This is Sean Hoffman. Sean, step on up here, my friend. Obviously riding for DP Brakes and Suburban Harley. Always a scrappy competitor out there. They give you an opening, you're going to take it.
Yeah, I'm going to take it. I'm put it all on the line for Vegas this weekend, and couldn't do it without the help of DP Brakes, Suburban Motors. It's nice to see Joan, our owner, here. That's really cool, and just excited to get out there and throw it in with some good guys.
One more thing. Don't you got a brand new baby at home?
I do have a brand new baby at home, and he's not here today, but next year he's going to be at the races, every single one of them.
Well, give him a shout out.
Little Mateo, Daddy loved you, and can't wait to see you when I get home.
Oh, the next generation already coming up. We'll slide right through the middle here. We're going to get back here. Tony Tucker, you didn't even bring an umbrella. You brought the whole easy up. Get up here. We're going to get both of you at the same time. Matching bikes, teammates, Pro Stock, Super Street. Captain, what do we got?
Yeah, we're ready to go. We brought the whole crew. We brought the big tent. We're trying to put on a show. I feel good. I think Seth's looking really good. I don't know how he feels, but I'm ready to go green light racing.
Seth, tell me how your day's going real quick. Is it everything you imagine?
Everything I imagined and more.
What is it?
More. Amazing.
Oh, yeah, it's amazing. I want to wish you best of luck and put in a solid ride.
Thank you.
We're going to slide back a little bit farther here, gang. Joe Beavers, couple bits of final tweaking here. Best of luck to you. I know you're going to put in a solid work.
Thank you, man. Yeah, just going to come out here, ride and shine. It's sunny out.
Made the drive from Wisconsin. You're getting ready to go.
That's right. It's game time.
Joe Beavers in the house, number 10. Carl Schlacht here on the line. Carl, we got a couple more rounds to go, but the points are really tightening up.
Yeah, we're looking forward to a good race here today. It's hot out here, but we're gonna have a blast. The track's super fun, and a few more races, and that's a wrap for 2025. And I'll see if I can lock down that third overall. So really looking forward to this race.
Well, best of luck to you. We'll see you down there, hopefully on the podium.
Thanks, Rob.
We got Eric Reyes. Eric Reyes is over here at his bike. Come on, we'll keep the party rolling. Mike Corey, come on up here. We're getting ready, my friend. This is where it really gets real.
Exactly. I'm ready to do this. I'm excited, and I got to get around some guys in front of me.
Well, best of luck to you, my friend. Have a strong ride.
Hey, I just want to say I'm dedicating this race to my Uncle Raymond. He just passed away a couple weeks ago, and he was supposed to be here today. So hopefully he's with us in spirit, watching and cheering me on.
Uncle Ray, we see you up there, brother. Matt, you're ready to go, my friend.
Oh, I'm ready to go. We got our one chance of going done on the first day. Went down in turn 14 or turn 13 on the about the fourth lap I was doing. Got that out of the way, got all the jitters out of the way, and we're ready to hammer down and give her hell.
Best of luck to you, my friend. Have a great ride.
Thank you, brother.
Matt from work over here getting it done. Nick, I know you got a lot of action going on today, and tell us a little bit real quick what you're going to do.
Well, we're going to put this 5-speed to work. That's what we're going to do.
Skinny tire, 5-speed bagger guy, and he's already been on the podium.
We're going to wear this skinny tire out. We're aiming for the podium. It's going to be a battle. There's 4 or 5 of us that are real close in times. But I got my dad here for the first time this year. I got my wife here. We're going to try to do it for them.
Well, best of luck to you, my friend.
Rob.
All right, hop up here with me, my friend. Clay Braun, getting ready to go out there and do work.
Yes, sir. Party on Harleys is my thing, you know what I mean?
Team FDR, you guys always come loaded for bear.
Yeah, it's a squad to reckon with on and off the track. Just a group of family friends that love to do good things.
Well, I would love to see you out there. Best of luck to you.
Thank you.
Clay Braun. Well, that's a wrap on the podium, gang. We're going to be back live. Oh, here he comes. Arnie Wells. Let's get Arnie in here real quick. It's been too long since we talked. Heck of a ride on the Pan American. Best of luck on the bagger.
Yeah, thank you guys. I'm excited to see how it goes. A little tired from the race just now, but we're going to give it a heck and see.
All right, well, you give it a heck. Give me some knuckles. Arnie Wells, gang, that's a wrap. We're going to be back with live racing in just a moment.
Bridgestone's reintroducing their supermoto tires here in the United States and Canada. That's the BMO1 front and the RO2 rear. It's available in a 16.5 inch as well as a 17-inch configuration. The Racing Battle Axe is a non-DOT tire, and we definitely recommend tire warmer. Time's the only thing in life that money can't buy, but you can buy Bridgestones.
My name's Carl Schlacht, 2024 Bagger Racing League American Twins Unlimited Champion, and I run an Ultra Cool oil cooler and flow filter.
Drag Specialties, Battle of the Baggers, presented by Memphis Shades, brought to you by Andrews, Fueling Parts, and Pirelli Tires. Drag Specialties, Battle of the Baggers, brought to you by Newcastle Harley-Davidson. Let's ride. Well, this is stop number 7 of the Drag Specialties Battle of Baggers presented by Memphis Shades. We're here at the Sin City Bagger Showdown, and this is the Andrews Bagger GP, the Barnett Super Street, and the Pirelli Pro Stock class. Onboard cameras, action, excitement. Gang, we're getting ready to throw the green flag and put this one in the books.
Got this. Fucking go get him.
Little knuckle punch there. They know that they're getting excited. And there goes the green flag, turning 20 baggers loose. We are on board with Matt Denora and Tony Tucker. Watch these riders slice and dice and try to chip their way up into the front, and immediately out front, look at Jake Masters, the Australian. Now, he is in the Pirelli Pro Stock class. He came from up near the front of that pack, but with a very aggressive move, heads to the front. Matthew Maldonado right in front of him. That's a CVO. One of the newest bikes that Harley-Davidson makes with a ton of technology in it, and he brought it out to the racetrack. Back on board with Matt DeNoyer right now. And we can see that the number 374 Cody Gilmore. Gilmore's won championships, but he wants the Andrews Bagger GP. With that comes the Fred Fox Cup, and that's the one that he has been looking for, as well as his team owners, and Alex Fox and Joe Hupp. Carl Schlacht right in front of him. Carl does a lot of duties with the BRL. Matt DeNoyer back on board with him. And there's a streak of riders right there. That's Jake Masters, the Australian, and he's bringing the BRL to Australia this winter. And we can see that the Tucker Speed crew are almost nose to tail right there. Matt DeNoyer with him, and there goes the number 99, the mullet that's out front. Of course, that is Drew Jankert. Right-hander for the Australian out front. Look at Joe Beavers finding his way up into the pack as he gets up there and battles with DeNoyer. One of the slower corners on the track, they have to slow him down from over 100 miles an hour to make this right-hander. You can see now that Cody Gilmore is starting to close up the teammates. They're going to have to go back to the same hauler and hang out after this one. And Cody Gilmore, 374 on that red Sly Fox Suburban ride. He wants to get up there and make a pass on his teammate. The Bridgestone crew has been a big part of this race program since its inception, and they're doing a great job. Now you can see the Hunter right now. Gilmore starting to chip away, close up. A bike length here, a bike length there, and Jake Masters the entire time has no idea what's going on behind him. He thinks he has that clean, rare air here at the BRL. Big stadium in the background. Let these riders know they're out in Las Vegas, Sin City. We want to thank the folks from Lifestyle Cycles for doing a great job, and Apex Assassins for welcoming us here. That white machine right there in front of them as they start to close up, that is the Alloy Art mullet. There's Jake McGuire, double duty guy. the dreads hanging out the back, that is the Bowling Green Harley Davidson up in front of him. He rides with the guys from Speed Farm as well. Through that BRL race bubble from Memphis Shades, you could see the camera is clear as could be, non-distorted, in that very clean air behind it. Cody Gilmore goes to the inside of Jake Masters. I don't know if Masters knew he was there. Masters outside, a quick look to the right, and Cody Gilmore takes over the #1 spot in a combined Andrews Bagger GP, the Pirelli Pro Stock in the Barnett Super Street class. The 99 right there, Drew Jenkert. Drew comes out of Nebraska. We know that we'll be heading back to Hastings in 2026. Cody Gilmore, 374. He'll be trading in that triple-digit number for a #1 plate. Jake Masters behind him, and you could see the folks against the wall are very appreciative of the talent, the skill, and the display of speed that we're seeing here. Here comes a big drag race down that straightaway. Horsepower is going to be a premium today, and we can see that the Bridgestone Road Glide that the Sly Fox and Suburban crew put out is a very, very potent machine. Back on board with the Tucker Speed Gang, they come up on Jake McGuire. In front of McGuire, Arnie Wells, and Arnie Wells was a fill-in rider for Tony Salima on the FDR team. Great to have him back doing double duty with us. Knee drop for Jake Masters. Masters, the Australian, as we mentioned, came over here. We met him at the Pit Bike of Nations at Redbud. He was part of the Lawrence crew. We got excited. We started hanging out. Next thing you know, he is one of the most formidable and influential motorcycle riders in the country. Look at this pack coming up behind us. Very tight battle right now. Eric Reyes, 187 right in front. Eric Reyes comes out of Southern California. We saw him at Chuckwalla, very accomplished rider in his own right, spends a lot of time on the track. And Gilmore starts to motor away from Jake Masters. Masters is going to follow these lines. He's going to see if something for round 8 doesn't translate here. And wow, on board they go by. Eric Reyes coming in. A lot of these guys will lift a little bit early. So Arnie Wells now has some company coming up behind him. Another group of riders that we like to keep our eye on out there. That's Nick Salmon, and Nick Salmon has made the drive out here, put together a very inexpensive bagger, something he had in the back of the shop, and he has put that machine on the podium already this year, and he's always a factor. The look of this gives you an idea of just what kind of lean angles we're expecting, and here comes Mike Corey and Carl Schlack. Mike Corey, a Drag Specialties rep, a Figurati-backed rider. So again, it's Cody Gilmore with the lead right now. And Gilmore has had a very strong season. He's battled with Ruben Zaus. He's been able to go head-to-head with a number of the top athletes that have ever thrown a leg over one of these premium baggers. And Schlack and Corey are going at it. And the Jaybirds Custom Cycle Road Glide, you've heard that thing has some big motor. We're going to see as they go down the front straight. Jake McGuire right now back in the mix as well. Nick Salmon, 51, right in front of him. Tipping it into the corners, left and rights, how flickable these machines are. Carl Schlack on the HHI Speed Farm Road Glide, and Mike Corey, the Jaybird Customs Figurati Road Glide. Corey is in contention for Rookie of the Year. We'll see how this race plays out as we can see they're really starting to mount a charge down there. Seth Dahmer on that Tucker Speed machine right there. Seth spends a lot of summer racing sport bikes. He wanted to try the bagger world. Obviously, his family, as we mentioned, in the Dark Horse Custom category, which is very, very important. Bike off the track, and we see the big plume of dust go up in the air. Rider down. That's a tough break right now, and we'll try to get an identity on it. Dahmer one more time. There's Drew Jenkert in front of him, the number 99 machine. And that rider off the side of the track and back, that's Nick Salmon, number 51, a tough break. Good to see him up and on his feet. Hands on the hips let you know, man, what just happened? I did not need to start my day that way. I know these guys, though, they'll be back in the paddock putting that machine back together, and they'll be back in action. Look at this coming out of the final corner. Now we got the Alloy Art Speed Shop, the mullet they call that machine, taking on one of the Tucker Speed machines. Big drag race in that Alloy Art bike. Looks like it has some motor in it. Here comes Carl Schlacht and Mike Corey. Jaybird Custom Road Glide taking on the HHI Road Glide. And you can see about 130, 35 miles an hour is what that looks like through the BRL race bubble provided by the gang at Memphis Shades. Back on board with the Wild Boar Audio onboard camera, and what a great shot that gives us. Corey continues to stalk Carl Schlacht, Ohio, taking on the South of Carolinas down there. Tony Tucker giving you that really, really good race vision right now. Right-hander, he goes to the outside a little bit offline. He closed on him quick. That closing speed was awful impressive right there by Tony Tucker. And again, Tony in contention for the comeback rider of the year, as we had mentioned. An injury that sidelined him, not road racing, it was a flat track incident, and big long recovery, but focused the entire time on always returning to the track. You can always count on Tony and his entire family. When they come out, they bring the best of the best with them. Drew Jenkard still out front. Behind him, we see the crew from Tucker Speed. There goes Jake McGuire. Big pack of riders in there. Look at the race face on Tony Tucker right there as he eyes looking forward down the track through that Memphis Shades BRL race bubble. And again, if you grab the Drag Specialties Fat Book, you could buy one of those. Back to Mike Corey and Carl Schlacht. They've been going at it all race long. Carl from Medina, Ohio. Again, if you follow any of the social media, you'll know that he provides quite a bit of it. There's Jake Masters, the Australian. Rides that familiar number 9 Sly Glide that was made famous by Stan Fox, Alex Fox's father, in Indy cars and midget racing. And Corey on the Jaybird Customs Road Glide back after the HHI Road Glide. And Corey gets a big drag coming out of the corner, and he's able to pull up alongside Carl Schlacht, and he goes to the front of that battle, but Schlacht battles back. Carl Schlacht stays on the grass and goes back past Mike Corey. Corey's going to try to come back after him one more time. Corey on that light blue machine going after that high-vis yellow and black machine, and Mike Corey has a nice run. He had the pass made. Carl stayed on the gas just a bit longer and was able to retake the position, but Mike Corey has a lot of fight left in him. Back with Tony Tucker now, the 477, going after Drew Jenkard. Jenkard on that Alloy Art Road Glide. Back in a position he likes to be, in that clean air out in front. Tony, obviously, though, always applying pressure, always keeping the heat on. Outside they go, the 99, right in front of the 477 machine. You see, they use all of this racetrack, the inside, the outside. They set up for corners deep. There's a little bit of a wiggle coming out. Here comes Mike Corey one more time. Back after Carl Schlacht. We've got battles all over this Las Vegas Speedway. Tucker and Jenkard still. You can see the beautiful mountain range in the background. That familiar livery of the Tucker Speed Shop crew. Now this race is getting closer and closer to wrapping up right now. You can see the Jenkard right there. And look, Tucker definitely has some spots on the track where he's able to make a run up on him, get close, but man, the horsepower coming out of that Alloy Art Road Glide is really, really something special. Alloy Art also partnered up with Memphis Shades this year, as they're a part of it in the baggers, and Barnett on their Liquid Twins class. See that machine, obviously a lot of horsepower, and that thing's moving around a lot. Corey and Schlacht still going at it. And here comes Maldonado. Maldonado on the CVO Road Glide, one of the most premium bikes Harley-Davidson makes. Mike Corey looks to the inside on Schlacht right now. and down that straight, and we see if the Jaybird Customs and Schlack that time's able to hold him at bay as they come through. Carl Schlack, number 8 on the HHI Road Glide. Back on board with Matt Denoyer. Denoyer joined the series midway through, and he's been a real breath of fresh air, showing up, always has a big smile on his face. Great to have him out there with us. There's the 477 again of Tony Tucker. Tucker continues to keep the pressure on, continues to look for any sort of opening he can muster. Looks like Arnie Wells has joined the hunt right now. Arnie on the FDR cruise bike right there. Joined in when they needed to fill in. I'd mentioned for Tony Salima. Tony was one of the pioneers in road racing Harleys. Now we have a 3 battle pack. That is the 99 up front. That obviously is a very, very, very tight group of riders right now. They're going to have to find their way. Drew Jenkert holds them off, and it looks like Tony Tucker is starting to come under attack now from Arnie Wells. Clay Braun, his teammate, is also starting to stalk this pack of riders. Clay does some work in the barbershop. He's got a brand new career job, and man, is he an exciting rider to watch. Mike Corey back after Schlack. The 41 on the 8 machine. Late in this race right now. Schlack goes to the right. Looked like Corey had gone to the left. Jenkert working that inside line, not carrying the big speed, but look at this battle now. And you can see that we've got even more riders entering the fray here late in the race, trying to find that speed. Back to Schlack and Corey for Mike Corey for the moment. Another big drag race down that straight. And Carl Schlack, can he hold him off on the HHI, the Jaybird Customs? Corey moved up but was not able to get the pass made. They head into the right. There's Jake Masters once again, number 9. Sly Fox, a big part of that Suburban program as well, and All Balls will be joining them along with Cody Gilmore, who will run the number 1 plate and pick up the Fred Fox Cup. 3 times it's gone to the gang at Trask. And there is the checkered flag. Checkered flag is waved. We're going to see, and that looks to be, that could be Clay Braun now up into this mix. Riders on the FDR bikes look similar. Right-handers here as they get ready to go. And there's Brendan Foley. Now, Brendan's been undefeated this year, and there was a bit of miscommunication right there with Foley, and you see Foley pulling off the side of the track right there. Unfortunate break for him. That hurt his perfect season right there. Big, long straight here. High speed at Las Vegas, just like everything in Vegas. Go big or go home. Go all in. And there goes Clayton Braun, a thumbs up to Tony Tucker. Here comes Matt Denoy. Quick wipe of the brow, letting him know that he's come across, and oh man, we hate to see that, a bike down on the infield right now. You see some of the body works come off it. And as the Sin City Bagger Showdown, race number 2 comes to a conclusion, what a battle it was all around the track. Tony Tucker, thumbs up to his crew, letting him know he appreciates the hard work and dedication they put in to this as well. And let's look how this one wrapped up, and what a crazy afternoon we've had so far. And this is only round 7. Round number 8 will be coming up, but it was Gilmore, Masters. Clay Braun did make that run, and Arnie Wells, his teammate. Tucker, Jenkert, Seth Dahmer, great ride. Eric Reyes, Sean Hoffman, and Mike Corey. Carl Schlack was 11th. Maldonado, Brendan Foley with that early pull-off. Matthew Denoyer, Joe Beavers, Jake McGuire, and Nick Salman wrap up the round number 7, the Drag Specialties Battle of Baggers. What an afternoon it's been so far, and gang, we're only halfway through We'll be back with more action and round number 8 of the Drag Specialties Battle of the Baggers presented by Memphis Shades from Las Vegas Motor Speedway.
It is the day of the specialist. Experts in a class conscious of every nuance. Focus rules. Our specialty is wheels, and wheels only. We respectfully carry the wheelwright legacy into our eccentric world by improving the rides of motorcycles and riders globally. We are proud wheelwrights, nothing more. We are Ride Right. Simple, solid, boundless.
I'm Shane Narbone. I'm here with Trash Performance, 3-time Bagger GP champion, and I run Ultra Cool.
And we're back with the Drag Specialties Battle of Baggers presented by Memphis Shades, brought to you by Alloy Art, Motion Pro, Bridgestone Tires. Drag Specialties Battle of the Baggers, brought to you by Newcastle Harley-Davidson. Let's ride. Well, we're back at Las Vegas. You can see the starters are out of the way. That means that the DP Brakes Liquid Twins and the Drag Specialty Air Cooler are about to go. The cord goes sideways. The green flag waves. And once again, it is Vincent Wilson, number 48, on the Alloy Art Pan American, backed by Barnett, who grabs the hold shot, and he starts to immediately break away from the field. Comes out of Canada. He had an injury earlier in the year, and he came back in full strength, and not only full strength, but he is ready to go. Look at Joey Robinson, Joey 55, starts to go to work as well. Charlie Condit, and he back hooked up one more time as they start to work on a podium spot here. Rumor is Joey Robinson will make the move up to Baggers next year. We may still see him on board with the Wild Boar Audio. I want to thank the Pez and all his crew for always being part of the action. And there goes Vincent Wilson out front, 48. Chance Darling and the rest of the crew. Chance came from flat track racing back in his day. Now is Barnett leader. He finds a lot of excitement, adrenaline, and testing. They do so much testing in the clutch works, and you can see that Vincent Wilson has that Barnett clutch working perfectly. Back section of the track. Wilson again starts to break away from the pack, just as in race number 7. Round 7 of the BRL set the tone, and Vincent Wilson wants to try to sweep the weekend in Las Vegas. Start to see these bikes, and again, we want to thank the crew of Wild Boar. Up in Canada they are, so I'm sure they're watching ferociously around the globe, checking out the action. Very international field right now. Australia, Canada, obviously the good old United States, and we've been a growing series for a number of years now. As you can see, the mountains in the background, the fighter jets were flying over top, but the real battle was down on the track, and Vincent Wilson, 48, on the Barnett Pan American. Very, very smooth. You could see that early in the race, he's already broken away from the rest of the field. Last time we checked in, it was that KTM of Frank Sinderman, but this time Arnie Wells looks like he's made the move. Chase French putting in hard work. Joey Robinson, Charlie Condit, and David Lancaster. Lancaster going for that championship, the 666 machine. There's Joey Robinson right now as he Pan American. This time, in just his second road race ever, has really found a way to get a great start and tries to break away and go with that leader right now. So Joey Robinson, Joey 55, doing a great job. These onboard shots are amazing. They see just how close they are to the infield. Obviously, you drop a wheel off, you're in the cinders, if you will, and we've already seen some of the bikes that have gone down. They slide for quite a while, but right now, no one going down at the front of this pack is it's Vincent Wilson on the Pan America. Joey Robinson putting in that. Charlie Condit, as we mentioned, putting in solid work as well. That beautiful red and white livery, they really found their look with that. Here comes Arnie Wells right now and Joey Robinson. Arnie Wells has, like we mentioned earlier, been a very, very prominent partner in the BRL. Doesn't matter what kind of bike, he'll get out there. The very first BRL race, he had a 21-inch front wheel on his street glide, and he's morphed into being one of the most competitive riders there is. So now, coming under attack is Arnie Wells. Behind him, that is Joey Robinson. And Joey right now has, I believe, locked on, and what he's trying to do is pick up the race line, and Joey has been able to do that much closer in round number 8 of the BRL. Again, streaking down the front straight as this entire pack has spread themselves out around the facility. Robinson and Arnie Wells continue to fight over the number 2 spot. Arnie Wells can be seen racing dune buggies, bicycles, he'll race anything. Loves golf. Found himself playing more and more of that, but right now he's trying to scratch golf. And look at what's happened now. Joey Robinson has closed up on that Pan American. It didn't take Joey 55 long to figure out the race lines around here. Chase French right now, and we get a call out to Chase French. Some solid work he's putting in as well. You can see he's soft tail mounted. Robinson back to work into that number 2 spot. Frank Sinderman back in the number 4 spot. Arnie Wells and Joey Robinson, both of them stunt riders as well. So you see the big burnouts, the wheelies, the drifting. These guys are incredibly capable of that. I wonder if we're going to see any of that when we get into the Victory Road celebration. So Arnie continues to push. Here comes Charlie Condit right now, and Frank Sinderman in behind him, halfway through the battle. And it is Vincent Wilson with the lead. There's another battle shaping up, and there is the 718. That is Jake McGuire. McGuire continues to put pressure on. And again, that 135 miles an hour down the front straight is awful impressive right now as they get ready to bank it up into what would be turn number 1 after the start. The 666, David Lancaster. And if you get a chance to come out to a BRL race, make sure you stop by David's pits. It's usually him and the Daras hanging out there. You have a great vibe down there. Take you fishing if you want to go. Here comes that 48. And speaking of fishing, he's looking to land the big one. Vincent Wilson on the Barnett Alloy Art Pan American. Back and forth, throwing that machine down as they roar into the back section. Las Vegas Motor Speedway, and what a race action it's been this weekend here. Gorgeous weather, and these riders have been pushing the envelope, pushing the limits of what's possible on the American V-twin racing machines. David Lancaster once again comes into the shot. Rider 666, he'll be trading that for the number 1 plate. Let's take a moment to talk to the champ, David Lancaster. The DP Brakes Liquid Twins class has been one of our fastest growing classes as the Pan Americans, the FTRs, the Yamahas, the KTMs, you name it. There's a spot for those above the bar, handlebar bikes. And you put something together here. You were coming out to do some racing. Now you find yourself at the lead in this thing. You put in some good work this weekend. You're going home with the BRL number 1 plate for the whole year.
That's right. You shined it up for me, right?
Oh, we keep it shiny for you.
All right, come on.
Now let's talk about it a little bit. You got into road racing how long ago?
Three, maybe 4 years. We met some kid at some bike show, and he goes, "Do you want to race?" And I go, "Well, yeah."
When you talk about racing this, a Pan American, it kind of, instead of doing a lot of modifications, it's just getting the bike lighter, taking off some of the unnecessary equipment, and you've got a very, very technologically advanced race bike right here.
Yeah, I mean, came with the 19 stock, so we finally got that changed. Built a subframe, built rear sets for it. We just built a bracket for rear sets. That was really it. Like, I still got the stock radiator on it and the engine cards because, you know, you bounce off the ground sometimes.
Anybody you want to give a shout out to that helped you get here this year?
Let's see, Main Street Moto, there's a lot. Dunlop, Eyes Up Motorsports, The Heathen Nation, Lucifer's Garage. There's a ton more, but I'm an airhead. I got a list somewhere that I have to read.
There's David Lancaster once again, the 666. As we mentioned, he'll be replacing that with the number 1. Chase French continues to soldier on out there. Solid work right there. That's Douglas Darrow, 135 on the XR 1200. He and his dad have been racing with us all year long. Again, the 48 machine. Vincent Wilson has had a great afternoon here. Big starts, running strong all race long. And look at Arnie Wells and Joey Robinson right now. Robinson getting faster each and every time out. Arnie Wells isn't even looking over his shoulder. He's not bothered by anything around him or behind him. He's in the race zone, locked in. Wilson, 48. That is the Barnett Pan American. The Alloy Art crew built that bike. Got it ready to go. There goes Charlie Condit right there, number 316. Charlie had a great start, like as I mentioned, both races, and continues to put great laps in the book. David Lancaster, Pan American. Now, he's been getting this bike leaner and leaner each and every time out, so it's really in that race zone right now. And Robinson and Arnie Wells, one more time. Great little battle for second place in the DP Brakes Liquid Twins class. Again, streaking down the back straightaway. Very, very efficient use of this racetrack right now is Vincent Wilson right now. Not taking any big chances. Just finding his way around. And Joey Robinson now has a little bit of company in the form of Frank Sinderman on the KTM up behind him. Sinderman comes into view. Arnie Wells out front. Wells holding off Joey. Joey 55. If you follow the Senders Only crew, you know exactly who he is. XR 1200s down the back straight. Dara, I believe. That is the 135 machine. Strong. The XR 1200s used to have their own series. A lot of them were mothballed for a bit. And when we came back out, there is the white flag. So one more lap to go. And Vincent Wilson takes that white flag. Again, Barnett and Alloy Art partnered up to bring this machine, and the rumor is they will be fielding a full effort for the BRL 2026 campaign. We can't wait to see what that brings, as baggers and Pan Americans could be all over the racetrack from that crew. XR 1200 is the air-cooled class. And that is Chase French. There goes Arnie Wells. Joey Robinson still tucked in behind him with Frank Sinderman trying to close up on the number 55. So the 74 trying to close up on the 55. It's number 48 machine. Makes his way back into the far reaches of the track for one more time before he streaks down the front straight to claim the win. That was the 316, Charlie Condit. Arnie Wells has really opened up a bit of breathing room right now over Joey Robinson. There is the number 55. Dressed in red, riding a Pan American. He has a KTM that is starting to close up. Can he hold him off these final few corners? And as they get ready to streak down the front straight, it appears that it is the number 48 of Vincent Wilson, Alloy Art, Barnett, that is going to take the checkered flag here to wrap up round number 8 of the DP Brakes Liquid Twins in the Drag Specialties air-cooled class. Sinderman's going to try to make a last corner ditch push, but it's going to be Arnie Wells Next across the line should be the 55. And Joey Robinson. Cinderman and Robinson making their way towards the checker flag. And what a race afternoon it's been here in Las Vegas. Dara, another solid ride. And the checkered flag is out. That will wrap up the DP Brakes Liquid Twins and the Drag Specialties Air-Cooled class from Las Vegas. Well, the sportsmanship, the high fives, the congratulatory thumbs up, let them know that we were just in a boxing match out there. But hey, putting in that kind of work, keeping the race clean, and having that kind of excitement is what this is all about. Let's take a look at how this race played out here in Las Vegas with the top 10 rundown. It's Vincent Wilson, Arnie Wells, Frank Cinderman, Joey Robinson, Charlie Condon, David Lancaster. That's who rounded out the DP Brakes Liquid Twins. In the Drag Specialties Air-Cooled class, well, the Godfather did it once again. The 75 of Mike Metzger brings home a perfect weekend. The 440 of Chase French. The 718 was Jake McGuire. And Doug Dara, number 135, rounded out the top 4 in the Drag Specialties Air-Cooled Twins class. Folks, if you love that action, we'll be back with more coming up after this commercial break.
Hey guys, I'm Jake Masters. I race the street stock machine for the Suburban Motors, and I run an ultra cool one here. I wouldn't race without it.
Harley M8 racers win with Burn Stainless. Their no-holds-barred exhaust systems are built for one thing: power. With smooth inlets and stepped pipes engineered to keep exhaust velocity high, they squeeze every ounce of torque out of your motor. Their iconic 2-into-1 collector feeds into a reverse cone megaphone for that signature growl and performance edge. Drag strip or road course, Burn Stainless delivers. Get yours at burnstainless.com.
Trans Performance is a leader in high-performance aftermarket parts for Harley-Davidson motorcycles. World-renowned for industry-first bolt-on turbo systems and cutting-edge motorcycle components, all made right here in the USA. Assault the street and the track with confidence. Performance-minded, performance-driven. Trask.
Lifestyle Cycles Online Megastore has everything you're looking for. A complete online catalog of Harley parts and accessories to customize your ride. Smooth out your ride with a new Saddlemen seat. They're not called road sofas for nothing. Improve your look with a Clockworks flare windscreen. Fits for all makes and models. Add a new helmet to your collection with our closeout sale on selected Simpson, Senna, and Bell helmets. And improve your Harley's performance with top-of-the-line aftermarket engine upgrades and parts from Fueling and S&S Cycles. Simple to use and easy to order from. Order today and receive free shipping on orders over $50. Lifestyle Cycles Online Megastore has everything you're looking for.
And we're back with the Drag Specialties Battle of the Baggers presented by Memphis Shades and brought to you by Zippers Performance Products, DP Brakes, Dunlop Motorcycle Tires, and Newcastle Harley-Davidson. Let's ride. And we're back from commercial with the Drag Specialties Battle of the Baggers presented by Memphis Shade. Earlier today, we were able to grab Tony Tucker. Let's hear what he had to say. We're back at Tucker Speed. Tony Tucker, the founder of the operation and the creator and builder of this bike that was created in a day and a half at the Drag Specialties NVP, the National Vendor Presentation, one of the biggest trade shows in the world. You squared off with Joe Hupp from Suburban. You guys built bikes. You took the same amount of time. When it was all done, they tallied the votes. By 7 votes, you came out with the #1 plate.
I did. It was an honor to be selected. You know, thank you for that. And an honor to kind of go up against Joe. Joe built some amazing race bikes, and it was an awesome experience talking to all the vendors and the attendees at the show. And we're really pleased that with the end result in the bike, and it's found a new owner, and we're super excited about that too.
And that was a great thing. You got done with it. We're going to be adding another racer to the field. You've got this bike out there, and I got to be honest with you, man. It turned out amazing. The companies that you've been able to partner up with through this have really delivered.
Yeah, and a huge shout out to all the brands that jumped in and wanted to be a part of this. And, you know, a lot of that goes out to them and what the final product was. So thanks to all of our sponsors, for sure.
Well, best of luck to you today. I know that you got some big racing out there. You got a new teammate that you're going to be breaking in. So a lot of activity over here at Tucker Speed.
It's never a dull moment.
Tony Tucker comes from Ogden, Utah. Make sure you check him out. He's a bad dude. Well, as these riders are ready to go, final race of the year, everybody getting their staging positions. They have one crew member out on the track with them. Tony Tucker gets pulled in the spot. A quick word of encouragement from his staff, letting them know that they're ready to go celebrate with them.
All right, Tony, check your flag drops.
Warren Dunham, the official race director for the BRL, is out of the way. There's the green flag, and they are off and underway. Clean start for everyone. As we jump on board with the wild boar camera, you can see how some of these machines, I believe that's Seth Dahmer that starts to make his way up through the pack. And Jankard grabbed the whole shot over Gilmore, and look at Jake Masters, the Australian, in tow in that #3 spot. Alloy Yard out front, but here comes Cody Gilmore. Gilmore's going to try to go up the inside and bring his teammate Jake Masters with him. Masters is going to try to go the long way around and may have moved up into the #2 spot from the Pirelli Pro Stock class. You see the number 718 right there. That is Jake McGuire. Brendan Foley starting to go to work right now. Foley had a perfect season going until stop number 7. He pulled into the paddock on the second white flag. He needed to be out there till the checkers, but he looks like he's on a mission right now. He's not going to let that happen again. Tony Tucker. The wild boar onboard camera has really given us a unique perspective of the race action. And Tony Tucker, if you remember from stop number 7, was in a battle the entire time. There's Carl Schlacht up in front on the HHI Road Glide. He rides the number 8 machine. Matt DeNoyer, who's a rookie in this series, has really found a way almost off the track right now. You see the big swap, the wiggle, but he gathers it all back up under control, and Schlacht streaks by after he gathers it up. Mike Corey goes along with him, and Matt DeNoyer off the road as he tries to get that machine under control. We saw where he drifted off. We've told you that if you get off into the rocks here, it's really tough to get it back. You can see the machine is swapping back and forth. He tries to regain control. He heads back off the road again, and Matt DeNoyer is able to get that machine safely off the track, but that is not the type of line he wanted to take. Sitting there trackside, I think he's just catching his breath, trying to gather up what just happened to him.
Well, that was interesting.
And Matt DeNoyer looks like he's going to be okay, but it looks like he's going to pack it in for race number 8. Tight battle up front. We can see the 99 of Drew Jankard not only comes under attack right now. So Clay Braun goes to work right now, and he puts a pass on, and you can see both of the Tucker Speed bikes that are in formation back there. And here comes Mike Corey once again. And Corey has been a battle all weekend long. Mike Corey is going for that Rookie of the Year award. And this is Tony Tucker right now, and he is behind Brendan Foley on the performance machine. That is the Barnett Super Street points leader right now. And Tucker goes by with speed alone. Oh! And right back past him goes Brendan Foley, number 29. Now we see Seth Dahmer coming up the inside of the team leader, the 477. So Tony Tucker finds himself in quite a battle. That is Clay Braun. And Braun goes after the 99 of Drew Jenkard out front, but it's the 374 Cody Gilmore. Gilmore going for the Fred Fox Cup this year. It was won 3 times in a row by the crew at Trask, and then this past year it was the fueling crew at Ruben Zaus at the controls. But right now it looks like it's going to be Joe Hupp from Suburban Harley and Cody Gilmore who bring home the Fred Fox Cup. Back to the race action, we see that it is Clay Braun, now Jenkard in behind him, Brendan Foley, then both of the Tucker speed bikes, Tony Tucker and Seth Dahmer. We talked about Dahmer being part of that Dark Horse program. Races all across the country, had an opportunity to come out here, and really glad to have him on board with us. Speaking on board, it's the Wild Boar Audio, and they close up once again, and I believe that is Tony Tucker right in front of Seth Dahmer, Drew Jenkard, and here comes Brendan Foley. And Brendan Foley on a 117 cubic inch bike, no rear sets. The traditional use of a lot of like the Sly Fox carbon fiber and stuff on these bikes are limited. A little bit heavier and a little bit slower, but when you're riding it that hard, you can certainly make it work. And there's the 374 Cody Gilmore out front, as he's been almost every race this year. Jake Masters in behind him. Masters only had one setback, and that was at Chuck Walla early in the year. Clay Braun comes through on the FDR. Carl Schlacht on the HHI Road Glide and Speed Farm. And the high speed of the Tucker Speed Road Glide shows you as they come back into the front section. And there comes Brendan Foley trying to work back up the inside. These beautiful onboard shots. And Brendan Foley continues to press. And that is Tony Tucker. Right in front of him is the number 99 of Drew Jenkard from Nebraska. And he can't wait to get back to Hastings in 2026. There goes the 374 Cody Gilmore down that back straight as he has really opened up a comfortable margin. He'll be making his way up into some of the lap traffic coming up. Foley working that inside line, and Brendan Foley, the Hoppy saddlebags, you see those on a number of the bikes, as is the Memphis Shades BRL Race Bubble, the newest windshield. A lot of guys are using those on the street as well. It's really quieted down the air pocket in them. And here we go back into the rear section of this racetrack. Beautiful facility, gorgeous skies out there, the mountain range in the background. These riders have to be absolutely focused completely. And here comes one of the hard passes as they try to pick up a twofer. Brendan Foley able to shut the door on him. And again, that is the Tucker Speed crew back there. Seth Dahmer and Tony Tucker working on Brendan Foley and Drew Jenkard. And you see that it's the 374 of Cody Gilmore that has a big, big lead right now. Very comfortable. Joe Hupp and the rest of the queue getting ready to celebrate. Here comes Jake Masters, the Australian. He rides the Sly Fox Road Glide. Again, that bike has been in competition since the very first bagger race ever, and the technology that has been developed and trickled down starts to make their way into the Drag Specialties Fat Book, where we've built some of these race baggers. One more time to look at the 374 Cody Gilmore. Here comes the number 29 of Brendan Foley. And just as you're starting to lift, Foley grabs a little more throttle out of that little engine that could, the 117 cubic inch bike. And Tucker and Dahmer are all over the back of Brendan Foley right now. Worried that Dahmer starts to work on the team leader. That's Tony Tucker. So a quick look over the shoulder right now. Tony Tucker has a look back, and he knows that Seth Dahmer has made the pass. And Seth Dahmer, we see him slide off the track. Dahmer on the Tucker Speed Road Glide, and the onboard camera will give us a shot. He tips it into the corner. The bike picks up, and down he goes. Look at Tony, though, not even a casual glance over, highly focused on it. Seth Dahmer up and try to put his bike back in neutral, but glad to see him up and safe. And it's back to the front of the pack with Cody Gilmore, 374 on the Road Glide. Gilmore, as we mentioned, came from the motocross world, travels the country racing in the BRL. Look at Brendan Foley dragging a foot there. You almost think that was Valentino Rossi for a minute, but that's Brendan Foley, the Sender's only rider, and he is battling with Drew Jenkard. Jenkard on the Alloy Art Barnett Road Glide, and he has backing on that machine from Memphis Shades as well. Alan said, hey, I want to be part of that because I want this clean air. Both of these riders are using it, and it looks like Dahmer back in action. Gets the bike fired up. He's going to rejoin the battle, but a tough break as he was really finding his groove out there as he was keeping pressure on. Jenkard again comes under attack from the Barnett Super Street machine, piloted by Brendan Foley. Foley has had a perfect season until race number 7, a miscalculation on the final lap, and he was able to come back, but it looks like he's going to try to go back after yet another win, which will give him 7 of 8 wins on the year. There is Jake Masters, the Australian, out front, number 9. Masters very smooth on this machine, and we can start to see that Foley once again comes under attack, but Tucker has to drop to the outside. He's going to try to get this machine spooled up and go by him. Gilmore with the lead. There goes Arnie Wells, number 12. Tony Salima traditionally pilots this bike. And here comes Brendan Foley on the Barnett Super Street class leader as he goes back after Drew Jenkard on the Alloy Art Memphis Shades Barnett Road Glide. So there's quite a mouthful there. Masters, number 9. Sly Fox, a big part of that program. Alex Fox and his crew. And we can see now Tucker comes under a bit of attack from Arnie Wells. These two have been battling for many, many years. Tony, a quick look over his shoulder, and what a beautiful shot as we see the race face, if you call it. Foley, one more time, continues to pressure this different class. He wants to get up there and showcase what he's capable of. There's rumor is that he will be piloting one of the all balls road glide. White flag out this time. All riders will be very, very protective of that white and checker flag. Clay Braun, 951. There goes the 99 and the 29. And Brendan Foley continues to push it up. Jake Masters on the Bowling Green Harley Davidson road glide. Again, make their way, final lap of the race here, final lap of the 2025 season. And look at Mike Corey, Maldonado, and Sean Hoffman. Mike Corey, 41. Here comes Hoffman up the inside on the DP Brakes road glide. Larry Mills, a big part of this, has been helping Sean for the last couple years, and Matthew Maldonado on that CVO road glide. Tony Tucker on the Bridgestone road glide, and you notice you'll hear the road glide quite a bit. Not very many street glides used in the racing formula. They like the fixed fairing, the fact that it slices through the air, and again, with the Memphis Shades BRL windscreen in front of you, you're really in some clean air. There goes Clay Braun, 951. Great to see him on that FDR road glide. Back to the front of the pack, and it is 374 Cody Gilmore. A quick look over his shoulder to see no one is in the purview. Another right-hander. Again, we mentioned all the Hoppy components on the bikes, the Sly Fox componentry. They also make a lot of the race seats out there. And Gilmore, one more time. And here comes Brendan Foley one more time. And he has a swarm of guys in behind him. Drew Jenkard out front of the number 29 machine, but it's Cody Gilmore in front of the entire pack. There's the checkered flag. And you can see the crowd along the pit wall cheering on the 374. Clay Braun, 951. Drew Jenkard, number 99 on the Alloy Art Memphis Shades Barnett bike. And Brendan Foley back on board with Tony Tucker. And you see the shadows behind him. Tucker looks over. He does not want to hand that spot over. Final quarter, big drag race. Down the front straight in the 477 of Tony Tucker is going to hold off Arnie Wells coming into these corners here, and you can see that everybody is high-fiving the camaraderie. Tony Tucker wants to let Brandon Foley know what a race, and what a race it was. Arnie Wells over there on the number 12 machine, again, traditionally piloted by Tony Salima and Tony Tucker. Mike Corey giving some high fives to Nick Salman. Salman, number 51, one of those riders that in round number 7 went down, got that bike put back together. And let's look at the results from our final race of the year. It was Cody Gilmore, Jake Masters, Clay Braun, Drew Jenkard, Brendan Foley, Tony Tucker, Arnie Wells, Eric Reyes, Anthony Norton, Jake McGuire, Nick Salman, Mike Corey, Matthew Maldonado, Sean Hoffman, Carl Schlack, Joe Beavers, Seth Dahmer, and Matthew Denoyer. Well, as we wrap up the 2025 BRL, the championship accolades are starting to hand out. Traditionally, you find a race team, they work incredibly hard all year, and they're able to wrestle away the championship. But what Joe Hupp did this year with 3 different classes, 3 different baggers, and was able to deliver the championship in all 3 of them, Joe, you should only be proud of yourself, your staff, but this great group of riders.
Yeah, it takes more than one person to do this whole thing, and I can't be more excited about the whole thing. And kind of a little emotional right now, but this is hard to do once in a while. It doesn't matter what series you're in, but I got 3 great riders, a whole crew of people that help me. It's good.
Where's Mama at? Catherine, come on in here. Is Joan close by here? Because we'd like to get Joan in here. Joan close? Oh, there you are. You got the race shirt on already. All right, gang. Traditionally, there's always the powerful woman behind the man. In this case, there's 2. Joan Hupp, Suburban Harley Davidson, and the greatest merchandise seller in the world, a dear, dear friend of mine, Catherine Hupp right here. Race fans, I'd like you to give me a nice round of applause for all 3 of them.
Thank you, thank you. I love it. I just love it. I'm so proud of this guy, yeah.
Well, your race shop is going to be, your dealership is going to be featured by Harley Davidson coming up shortly, and we certainly hope that everybody comes in there has a chance to see these great machines.
Yeah, we're one of the 50-year-old dealers. My husband and I started back 50 years ago, and we're still there. Grandkids working, family working, yeah, we're one of the old ones.
How about this guy right here?
He's there.
Well, race fans, we certainly appreciate everybody that was part of this 2025 campaign. Make sure you tune in and check us out as we get ready to take on 2026. Enjoy yourself, be safe out there, and thank you very much for being part of the BRL 2025. From the racetrack to the strip. Well, at the end of every great series, you got to have great awards, and we certainly did that. Thanks to Junior and the crew at Lifestyle Cycles, we were able to move in to a banquet facility as we get ready to hand out the awards. Let's head down to Samstown and find out how the 2025 Bagger Racing League Awards were handed out at the Sin City Bagger Showdown. Is the mechanic of the year, Josh Rudlin. Rookie of the year, everybody, Mike Corey. Comeback rider of the year, Tony Tucker. This year, team of the year, Suburban Harley Davidson Sly Fox.
Where I want to be, street bike racing, so fun.
The winner of the DP Brakes Liquid Twin Championship, David Lancaster. On the Death Metal Racing Speed Farm for the 2nd year in a row, Jake McGuire. Yeah. Say hello to Brendan Foley on the Suburban Harley Davidson ride. For Team Australia on the Suburban Harley, Mr. Jake Masters. And bringing home the win, Cody Gilmore. You
We've been up here a couple of times, but that's the one that actually has the most weight.
Yeah, this is awesome. You know, it's going right in the front of my trophy case, that's for sure.
Hell yeah, everybody, hold up the championship plate. Gang, this is the 2025 Bagger Racing League Championship.
Well, folks, what a year it's been. The championships have been handing out, the awards are in place, and the excitement and drama are already building for our 2026 campaign. This is Rob Bidas telling everybody thank you so much for being part of the Bagger Racing League 2025. Thank you very much to Junior from Lifestyle Cycles, and we can't wait to see you back at the Drag Specialties Battle of the Baggers presented by Memphis Shades 26. This broadcast is dedicated to John Boy McCary. He was with us from 1989 to 2025. This broadcast is dedicated to your memory, John Boy.